Hello and welcome to our channel. Today we are going to learn about Little John, who is a 6-year-old boy that really likes playing with his Matchbox cars. He has quite a collection of them. Well, there's so many. We can see that there's at least 30 cars in this pile. We also know that Little John really likes fast cars and one day he wants to become a great race car driver. But for now, he's just happy playing with his toy cars. And Little John has an older brother called Jimmy. Jimmy isn't really interested in playing with cars like Little John. Instead, he prefers reading comic books and drawing pictures of his favorite superhero, Captain Wiz. One day Little John was playing with his cars as usual, but soon he got bored of it because he had already raced all the cars as fast as he could. So he decided to take a break and went outside to go kick a ball around. But unfortunately, there were some kids older than him waiting by the soccer ball, and they told him that he wasn't allowed to play with it anymore. Little John felt very sad, but then he remembered all the cool cars he had at home. So he ran back home as fast as he could. When he opened up his toy box, he saw all his Matchbox cars and thought of a fun idea. He would build a racetrack in his living room so he could have a big race with all his cars. And as we can see, he's pretty serious about becoming a race car driver. Not only does he wear his racing suit, but he also made sure to put on his helmet. Now let's start the race. But wait! We need to give all the cars names first. First up, we have this red car. We can see that it's a Ferrari and it goes vroom vroom. This yellow car goes beep beep. It's a Lamborghini. And this green one says, go green, so we will call this car Speedy. There are so many cars. Let's see if we can remember all their names. Oh, this one is called Fire Chief. He's a little bit slow, but he tries his best. And this black car is called Midnight. This blue car is called Beach Racer. Wow! And this orange car is named Dizzy. It spins around really fast. Now we can start the race. All cars line up at the starting line. In 3, 2, 1, they're off. Speedy takes the lead. Can he hold on to it? Fire Chief is right behind him, but he's going too slow. We need to go faster, Fire Chief. Midnight is zooming past Beach Racer. They go through the tunnel together. And look, Dizzy spins around in circles. Beep, beep. He's going backwards. Does he know how to drive? Look at Midnight. He crashed into the wall. Can he fix it? And here comes Speedy. He's almost done. And who's the winner? Of course, it's Speedy. He won the race. Congratulations. Well done. He's such a great race car driver. Maybe one day he will win a real race. But then suddenly, the door opens and Jimmy comes inside. He's been out playing with his friends. And when he sees all the cars on the floor and the racetrack, he asks Little John what's going on. Little John tells his brother that he wanted to become a race car driver, so he played with his Matchbox cars and built a racetrack. Jimmy thinks it looks really cool and asks if he can play with the cars too. Little John wasn't sure at first because he wanted to be a race car driver himself. But then he thought it would be more fun to play with his brother instead of alone. So he agreed. They both started building another racetrack. But this time they built one for all their cars. They wanted to have a big race with every single car they had. And as we can see, they are working together. They're making turns and straightaways and even bridges. But then Little John had another idea. He wanted to build a loop-de-loop in the racetrack so the cars could go upside down. And to make the loop-de-loop, they needed some boxes. But unfortunately, they didn't have any boxes in the living room. So Jimmy suggested to go into the kitchen and get some. But when they entered the kitchen, they saw that it was full of boxes. There were boxes next to the fridge, under the sink, and on top of the cupboards. There were so many boxes, they didn't know where to start. But then Jimmy said, "Don't worry, Little John, I got an idea." He took a marker and wrote numbers on all the boxes. Then he sorted them out from 1 to 20. After that, he told Little John to close his eyes and pick a number. Little John closed his eyes and picked number 14. Jimmy then told him to go to that box. And when Little John opened the box, it had a big smile on it. Inside was a Matchbox car. Little John took the car and looked at its number. It was number 14. That was their secret agent car. Little John loved it. And now that they had the secret agent car, they continued building their racetrack. They made a loop-de-loop and many other cool things. And when it was finished, all their Matchbox cars lined up at the starting line. In 3, 2, 1, they're off. The cars go through the loop-de-loop. They zoom past the kitchen and go under the table. It's neck and neck. Who will win? And here comes the secret agent car. Can he make it? Of course he can. He crosses the finish line first. He won the race. Well done. But don't worry, all the cars did great. Now they're all friends and want to continue playing. So they keep on racing their cars and having lots of fun. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and subscribe for more content. See you next time.